Good day, guys. This is Football Talk with AP, and I'm Adrapta. This is a test run. We are just starting, and with me here, I have my friends and brothers. The guy using the black shade, Ige, Koyemi Steven, also a coach. Nickname we call him Ducky. And to his that left? Yeah, to his left, I have Mr. Adeleke Favor. These guys are battle coaches in our vicinity, and we love to talk about sport, and we just want to involve you guys, and hopefully it's going to be great. So guys, you're welcome. How's been your days? Have you said day? Have you been days? I don't know. How been your day?
It's been okay. I think for the first time we are sitting down together to have a conversation about football, and then which is a very good thing. It's a very good development actually, and I wish we can touch lives and I speak to other people, okay, other football fans.
Okay, so this is a very great improvement. Something we've been looking forward to like doing since last year. So I'm looking forward to it.
At least I can see my mind now. Because I'm on a platform where like I just lent out my hand.
I hope you are expecting a lot of backlash.
People well, that is part of content creation or influencing or whatever it is. That is not very very at least I'm not yet to have a tip. And then you are in a society whereby when you say the truth, people tend to
And you guys must expect the truth from us. We are different too. We are very, very different.
Of course.
So we are expecting a lot. Yes, you're welcome, guys.
Yeah.
Let's start with the just concluded African Cup of Nations. And I believe you guys will agree with me. I cannot really say outside playing football, outside the ball on the field, the player running and coaching, outside that, I think that was a very tremendous tournament. When we talk about what Morocco did, in terms of infrastructures, in terms of the pitches, the land, the country, what do you think? What do you think about Morocco generally? Football now, side football.
Like, in my opinion, I feel like Morocco should not be part of Africa. Like the fact that I mean when I'm talking about
Africa, yeah.
like they have shown us that they are not actually part of us. Even though they are very loving people. I mean, we see pictures and videos online of how welcoming and warm they are when it comes to the visitors or the people that came to watch the competition. And then I will have to give kudos to them because for them to actually host a tournament of that level, that was actually the biggest tournament.
I saw one of your status where you posted one of their stadiums that was displaying.
Yes, that is something that we've not seen. Even some of the journalists that went there, they had this reality check because some of them went to the last AFCON in Africa, Ivory Coast, and they said when on the street of Cote d'Ivoire, you can still see goats walking. You can still see. So that is like there's nothing that in Morocco. So it was like they are not actually, and most of them actually saw snow for the first time. Those are people who saw snow for the first time. Most of them actually saw snow for the first time in Morocco. And I think this behind the cold season right now in Morocco. So they actually saw
that was spring most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time. So try to and then apart from that, the tournament, the stadiums, the infrastructures, the way the people, the fan turnout in stadiums, it was very, very tremendous. Like, well, you also actually give kudos to them.
The pitches were so good. Yes, the pitches were so 22 said yeah. Odd brain. That is
When you see seats or when you hear things like that, you just have to feel sorry for us as a Nigerian because I think we are like they're like 60 years behind. That is the NFF president then through the one of the
You don't know anything. I don't.
and the NFL president through the spokesperson of the NFL, I think they said they need they are ordering
The Morocco. Honestly, you have said it all. First of all, Morocco shouldn't start from Africa. That's a very general motive.
But if you keep saying Morocco should not be part of Africa, are we now saying that Africa should be synonymous to backwardness, poverty, or something? Because now this beauty, we're talking about beauty, and then we are saying they should not be part of Africa. Is that not a big problem for us now?
Of
Because now they are not blacks. Maybe that's the first mentality. They are not blacks. They are whites. And then we blacks. And then we see how we are doing things here. And then we see a different setup. But
do you know that Morocco actually passed the pay in the Arab Cup for the Arab steady snap? So I feel like if not for politics, which I'm not so deep into, Morocco should be part of the Arab world. Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia, and there was the Algeria.
I don't know what. Maybe
This I feel like they had, when it comes to the football, like yesterday I saw a ranking of the best leagues in Africa. Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia, and Algeria are like top 4. I think South Africa is on 3 or something. The best. So I feel like they have what it is. And then according to history, we've actually had this, because when you look at the black African, you see that we are not always up to them, like to the North African countries. They are like far ahead of us when it comes to governing, when it comes to politics, when it comes to everything about them. So when I say Morocco should not be part of Africa, I feel like it's like you having an albino in a black family. Like having an albino in a black family, I can't idea. You understand? And then secondly, no be waiting black man the chop now you give her because I will know the chop.
well, I don't. You understand? I don't really like it. But now we are going to history.
Of course.
So there are some history states that maybe revolution, this, maybe a country like Egypt, history said that there was black people, something like that. So let us just go there. Let's stick with football because that's why we are here. Now, what are the standout moments at the last AFCON?
Well,
Remember any?
Well, I think this is a competition that it was very hard to actually, because I was expecting an upset. That was the first thing we always look out for in an AFCON tournament. An upset from a very small country.
Like a lot. I remember one Comoros picking up on the
So, but it almost happened in the first game of the opening match of the tournament, which I was expecting an upset, but it didn't happen. But throughout the tournament, I think the only thing that I have seen as from a Nigerian perspective was my country performing that like that. That's the only standout when it comes to football with the way Nigeria. Yes, I was surprised with the way Nigerian football.
where I believe I do it surprised.
So I was surprised. I think that's for me. That is the standout moment. Like what the standout moment for me throughout this competition. But and then the fact that we actually beat Algeria and actually dominated Algeria, like
The way we beat people, the way we beat TV.
and so I was I was surprised. But when it comes to footballing wise, like looking at all other teams, I think everybody like this tournament actually showed that man personal shoe pass shoe get like everybody showed that when we talk about the big African countries, the big footballing nations in Africa, all of them should say we better pass you.
Do you think that there is a reason with favor? Do you think that there is a reason why it was like that?
No, actually. Before I dive into that, there's actually an upset. There's actually an upset.
Okay.
I can't remember. Was it Tanzania? Tanzania has not qualified for a very long time, but has not qualified for Uganda too. Was it Uganda? I'm not sure the team. There's one particular nation that has not qualified from the group stage for a very long time. They did this time around. So that was actually an
I think the factor that actually made that happen was the old thought the best user key.
Is it the best thing?
It was the best thing because majority of these countries qualified through the best. If you choose the best schools, I feel the best third. So I feel like that is actually a normal thing to me in football, as far as that rule is added. So I think that can happen to anybody.
I've watched many African matches where I felt maybe the pitch made some,
Yeah. I was in my practicing.
We are still coming to that. Even if I guess level, be involved in many matches where my players want to play in a certain way, but they couldn't because of how different the pitch. So do you think maybe this is a reason why the best remain the best, the underdog remain the underdog, because there's nothing on ground to impact anything. If you are not good enough, you are not good. If you are good, you are good. What do you think?
If you said I'm always scrolling through Snapchat and I always see Alex Iwobi, the likes of Alex Iwobi, Olaina and the likes. Iwobi was saying something like when he saw the pitch, it was wow, like the quality of the pitch, how they were playing, they were kind of surprised. The Nigerian players especially, because that was what I saw.
No, Morocco is different. No?
Yeah, they were very, very surprised with the quality of the pitch because that is Europe standard.
They played against Congo, the World Cup playoff.
Qualifier.
Morocco.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So they were kind of surprised, like, why is the pitch like this? The way they were playing, it affected the way we played. Because when the pitch is good, obviously the player is going to play. The flow is going to be better. Everything was on par. Everything, the pitches, the infrastructures, everything. I can say this AFCON was 10 out of 10. We are going to rate it. That's of
Infrastructures and
the priority, the shortest.
the feel like that. And I feel like this happened like maybe because it is a World Cup year. Majority of the teams were prepared, and I think they had, because when you look at the team, the Congolese team, I think they had over 8 call-ups, like 8 call-ups for this AFCON, like the new guys joining for this AFCON.
Yep.
There are some of it is yeah, and then I think Senegal had like 4 or 5. Now, as in, like, when you compare the team to the team that came to the last AFCON and then maybe the qualifiers and so I think now majority of the boys over there, like in Europe and all over the world, are trying to at least connect. They are trying to connect with their roots now. They're trying to come and play for their.
So if you now go to that, I think a question arises on that issue, because now it's difficult to say, okay, you were born in Europe, you weren't identified with your country initially. Like now, let's assume I was born in the UK. I know nothing about Nigeria. I know nothing about Africa. I became a professional footballer. I was playing, and I discovered I couldn't meet the UK color. Maybe England, I couldn't meet that color. That is now when I was start thinking that I'm a Nigerian. Do you think it's positive or negative for players playing inside Nigeria, us playing and also open for such opportunity? Do you think it's fair, to be sincere?
I feel like life itself is not fair. If you look at it from a very objective and like life itself is not. And then the fact that he had to resort to calling these boys, because at some point in time, I'm going to like he's sounding this way that these boys will actually reject us when they were probably when they were young, and hoping for other countries to actually call them up. So I think when they see that the chances are not there, at the point I was saying, they want to create Nigeria at some point. I think the whole thing has been sorted by yes.
Many open doors. I'm very sorry, but Dada Adeoyo, to be sincere, I'm very fair. Not really a base for that. Who takes the good? Zip sees also a very leadership defender that if I don't know what to say, because I know if one thing enter fingers and blah blah blah, suddenly it's going to be for this country.
Yes, it's going to pay for this country.
And Fedip might even sit down.
Right,
He's going to sit down.
It is to be honest, now he has to be on at some point in time. I'm not saying, like, I hope it doesn't happen, because that actually device logic. That actually device logic for Derabeyo to be a starter. Why Freddy is on the bench? Well, going back to the fact that maybe that is unfair to footballers in Nigeria, I feel like the fact that you are a footballer in Nigeria, you're like minus 50 over 100 already. Like you're far below. Yes, that's fact. Well, inside. And then at this point, I feel like when you look at the way football is being run, like the way these administrators run football in Nigeria, they are not setting a good standard for these footballers, for our footballers, like the home based footballers and the upcoming, the amateurs and the grassroots footballers. They're not setting a good standard. It is being fair on the home based players. I feel like life is not stake, so that's it.
And then the way football is run in Nigeria, I think that takes a good chance of them representing them representing itself. Because when you look at our game here,
Honestly, politics, yes. But now, let's you also focus on me. We could not square it. You also, and those the player that invite.
Sudan at the moment, we're not even, they're not really stable. They're not stable.
See, they are not even stable. They're not sure. I think they are currently fighting some war or some kind of.
Which was go?
I'm not sure. Now, the CAF Champions League. When will this one that came to Nigeria? The so-called Nigerian best
Like that's champions of the last season.
champions of last year MPFL. We lost. If I'm not, I can't. Not like
That was 5-1. Everyone right there. 5-1. It's the first. Yeah, the third we get Pepe.
still what one, and the second level was the Premier League. They could not even qualify to the
So before we watch it, let me come in. Let me say, okay, this problem that we are talking about now, like the home based players problem, Abi, if I can put it like that,
Yes.
let me say, who is to carry the blame? It's NFF or Nigerian coaches?
as Doki was saying, we'll see coming. I feel like it is the problem is based on it. Based on it. You see, the way we are properly structured in this country, it is not there.
If we have the full infrastructure and the coaching is not really that,
I would like to disagree a little bit with the whole infrastructure thing.
okay.
I feel like our culture of football as a nation is nothing to write home about. Now, when you want to build something, you have to go deep and try and set up a structure that actually works for the people of your nation, like the people that you are trying to. Nigerian football is nothing to write home about
At the moment.
at the moment. And you cannot blame it on infrastructure. Now, you have to blame it on the organization, the administration.
Take the responsibility.
It has to be the NFF. Because I feel like NFF has, I don't want to, I don't want to start mentioning names.
No,
So I will have to say NFF and Arcadia has to be on the same level. Because they are both doing damage to this country. I swap.
He's doing the guy. This group is doing. He's doing the in the north. No, he's doing the other.
See, bros, NFF has actually messed up a lot of people's life in this country. Like I'm telling you, I've seen footballers who had dreams, who had talent to actually compete on the highest level of football. But NFF, see, the level at which NFF is using propaganda and corruption to run the football of the country is actually crazy. See, apart from that, you also look inward. when it comes to the understanding of the game, you and I know that we cannot compete when it comes to understanding. You cannot compete with these people, with the Europeans. We cannot. An 18-year-old boy, an 18-year-old Nigerian boy cannot compete with an 18-year-old.
That's why we need someone that was trained there.
We need somebody to understand modern football. You need to understand that football has actually evolved beyond strength and pace.
And pull out.
You know, Bafula.
We need to actually understand that we need to evolve. But see, we need to understand that now,
Science and technology has found a way to enter football. And now it's like we are still in the 60s and 70s. And you still expect these boys. Let's look around. Majority of Nigerian footballers want opportunities to be handed to them. Yes, they want Baba, I beg, you see where have he joined. See, so somebody has to call. I mean, Baba Tela said this now. Baba Yemi Tela, during his days as the head coach of the under-17s of Nigeria, he said the first camp he opened. Say you open camp, then call up boys, where they won't call. They start saying the tied papers, the tied letters from the table of the presidency. Who is giving these boys the letters? So everybody in Nigeria, we've actually the whole setup is built on a structure on a culture of Baba I beg help me.
begging.
You understand? So now if you are not STEM,
It's not basically about your talent.
It's not being about the talent
and it's not even like talent and the hard work. Because you know that for you to actually succeed as a professional footballer in this world that we are, you need hard work. Majority of the footballers that we watch on TV, European footballers that we watch on TV, that we always castigate in the no good. But these boys are good. It's not easy to make it to professional level. But look, come to Nigeria. Let's come to Nigeria. Can you assemble a team? Let's go to the over 700 players, like 750 plus. 750 plus in the NFF, in the NPFL right now. So, can you assemble a team of let's say 24 players?
The coaches should be able to do that.
The coaches now let's now go back to coaches and coaches education.
See, do let us could stick with half court to be sincere, because we're going to be opening a lot of wounds.
Yeah. I just want to chip in.
Let's
You see, there is this begging culture in Nigeria. Upon football, we beg a lot in Nigeria. We beg a lot. You see,
like we don't want to do anything. Someone must be connected, and then the connectedness will now be like yeah.
it's basically you begging, believing in God, not believing in hard work.
It is very hard for you to actually tell a young footballer, say, Baba, you guys train.
They don't want to eat.
They will believe that it is, wow, why do I have to train when I can tell, when somebody can actually stand for me, when somebody can speak for me?
That's me. I feel we, unlike before, we don't have Nigerian players at the top level teams any longer. Unlike before. No, before we can talk about Kanu in Arsenal, Inter Milan, Taribo West, Inter Milan, Olise, Borussia Dortmund, Didier Okocha, PSG. We don't have them any longer. The biggest one that we have currently is Osimhen, and I don't consider. To be sincere, no.
Has that ever been a top zone?
Being
Why is that very relevant?
that's it.
Who am?
Because the majority of
Because somebody said I was scrolling online and I saw this tweet on on X, and the guy said this crop of players that we have are actually more talented than the 1996 sets.
Ogogoro can cause you to say a lot.
Then you can say a lot of nonsense.
That's me, Ogogoro.
You have to say that nonsense because I feel like you cannot tell me.
Many of them did not even watch this, man. I watch people like Mutiu Adepoju come for corner kick, you are in trouble. Away.
So, to Babangida on the wings, you are 1v1, you are there.
You are dead. God finish this. The same Finidi George that I know. I love that man pass.
So Amkachi is one of the people that have this physicality. Is a kind of player that understands the UAG test.
Sir, they were comparing them one by one. They're comparing them. We use Rufai, Wambali. Don't even go there. Rufai and Wambali. Oh.
It's not done. You cannot do that.
And then somebody said Yekini and Oshimen. Cool. And someone said Oshimen. When it comes to playing football, you guys, let's take AFCON. Now, let's go to Nigerian national team. What can we say about them in the last AFCON?
I think the only thing that I see in that team is that I mean maybe the changes that actually happened in the team was coaching.
We must give it to that man. We must give it to him.
Nobody keep going for this life say coaching is not important. You know, back in the days, during the Pep Guardiola's back, again, one of my bros that time when he tell me say, Pep will do anything, will say if they put me for there, I go say, bros, Jules, you cannot do it.
What's the philosophy?
See, coaching is one of the when it comes like football. When it comes to like football, proper football, coaching is one of the most important factor.
One of the
Yes. The only thing I saw in that team is they have a coach who knows his system.
Clear.
He has a clear philosophy. He knows those like from player rules to responsibilities, to instructions, everything was clear. And we can see it. The whole of Nigeria, you can see it. What you know, see, you see for there the way because you see these people. Look at Bright Osai. Look at Bruno. Look at everybody played as if they were like a couple of months ago. They were like a shadow of themselves.
Zimbabwe draw them now. That's how do you?
That's our time. See, when you was at Mali, somebody said something. One thing you will see about it is very clear vision.
Yeah.
Goal scoring. Your team, his team, Erichel team.
Then we were scoring proper team goals.
He does not care about an big team player. When he was there,
Bissouma don't play. Yeah.
Bissouma does not play.
Doesn't really play.
Because Bissouma believe in himself that okay, I'm a very big.
I'm the big.
He has that like 70, 80s. He does not play. He does not care about egos. He knows how to manage the egos and all these things. And it was very, very clear.
Because of our time, I have two questions before we end this section. Osimhen. Victor Osimhen. Because of our time.
If you want to dive into Osimhen's character, the hoods may be up on time. Honest, I don't agree with a lot of people.
No, wait. I also have a question actually on Victor Osimhen. Is Victor Osimhen a world-class player?
Let's be sincere. To the fans of Victor Osimhen, I'm one of his critics. I used to criticize that guy. Not because of how he, maybe he's not a proper striker to me. He's just a guy that, okay, put him there, he's going to score a goal. And I don't see he can play for top coaches like that. Right. I might be wrong. No problem.
He cannot play for an egomaniac. I don't think he can play for a sit.
Where's his problem? To me, I feel he is a world class to some extent. To be sincere, I feel that because now look at his story with Napoli. I think those are the things that makes you a world.
What he achieved with Napoli is something.
The things that makes you a world. Because he got there, won them that title.
What's it?
My definition of world class.
What's our definition of God? Many people are saying it's not.
Well, no, yes.
What is the reason?
Like I feel like my own definition of world class is if you are above average.
And he is.
If you like in your apart from the fact that I've heard the fact that you have to look at how you fit into the team. But personally, he's above average. For Pete, he's above average.
He was above average. And also, I think another gauge is, okay, how can you carry a team? Like, as a striker, for many years, Giroud has a problem. He can't carry a team to win a title until he went to AC. I think it was only in AC Milan, which is my team, that I saw a different Oliver Giroud. He was in Chelsea. I can't really say he carried that team. He was in Arsenal. I can't really say carry that.
Yeah, but during the days of his Arsenal days, he was still improving.
It was still improving. Super. When he went to Napoli, from Lille. So it wasn't anything
No,
yet.
Like Osimhen, I think Osimhen had, like, he had the future written all over him from
Same thing with because Montepellier won the French league then, and he was their striker.
Sir, the main problem of Osimhen is he has this Neymar syndrome. Neymar thing. Wants to be like Neymar. Wants everybody to say that, okay, I am here. If you
But do you know that doesn't just occur to player? It doesn't just. It's not something like that. Is not a character that started with them from the onset. It's something that you pick on. The more you go, the more you go. If don't let me, it is not really possible. This cheese gave him that much power in Napoli, because I'm very sure that his first days.
He must have grown a lot in terms of his character because they composed a song for him. You
know how it feels when you wake up in the morning and then you are going to training and you see a Morales you on the screen. And the fact that he's even an African man. That's super proud. There's a pride that was like them
both his pride as Nigerian. This guy is representing a lot. He must understand. We are not going to tell you what to do, Victor Osimhen. We are not going. You are there already. You are the top already. We hope our players will reach the top. We are grassroots coaches, but you are representing a lot of people, and I felt he can do more. Because even in the Champions League match, he was still fighting against one Atletico Madrid player. He was still fighting every game. Most people know that we are good enough. They will come and tackle you. That's just my problem with him. Not to knock off. You are fighting your teammate that gave you 2 assists in a game, and that was not my problem. Sometimes
with the fact that you already had a pending issue with the former coach of the Super Eagles. That is not a good look on you. And then you went into one of the biggest competitions in Africa. Other than the biggest competition in Africa, I wanted the only
because of that, I know something now. Now, you talk about maybe somebody are presenting them with that ego. Yeah, like maybe they are putting them above. I saw one video when they arrived in Morocco. So one of the assistant coaches now picked the phone and said, saw the video, I felt, okay, so Brazil are going to the World Cup or Copa America, and one of our Ancelotti's assistant coach was now, Vini, maybe in their language, Vini, go kill all of you for this place. Like, AP, does that even make sense? Be sincere. Does that even make sense?
Yeah, I already said something like this begging culture.
Does that even make sense? Like,
no, I mean like
might be wrong, like I used to speak. Not my own thoughts. We believe everything should be cultural, like someone, you must do this.
When they say we need codes of conduct in our teams, or when they say we need to behave some type of way, I used to tell people that before you tell anybody to behave some type of way, it has to, these rules, this code of conduct has to be applied from the top. I don't think any of them understand. I think the assistant coach of that team, the assistant coach, that the guy in question right now, is one of the people in charge of setting standards in the team. Abi? Now, he went ahead and do that. Now, Gafford did not say anything. What do you expect? They said so. Do you expect somebody back home who has been longing all his life to meet Osimhen? What do you expect that person to do? See, I feel like when he's talking about the whole begging culture and not actually, let me say classism, because I'm very sure if that guy is a player from probably Wikitor, he's not going to do. So the only reason why he's doing that is because else like, so Pram, Yeah, at some point in time in his life, he used that video to go and brag to his family members or probably ahead of it. So I feel like it's all about classism. Like you need to understand, like you that's get class. Even if you are trying to show classism self, you self that get class because you're an human being. There's nothing that makes you lower to anybody. But
In video, you must present yourself a little bit above the players. So basically, say you are a coach with them, but even if you do that video, maybe it should be personal. It shouldn't come out like
you shouldn't even go with a lot of the way he's putting
Where was passing on your Nigerian national team, are they united?
I think there is a little bit of unity in this present one. Like, you know why? Because apart from the fact that we have two former African footballers of the year, majority of the footballers are not that bigger than each other. So they were like, and then most of these boys were not born. Many of these boys were not born in Nigeria. Majority of them were not born in Nigeria. And then so before you go look me, can't they keep us give me, say you big pass me. I go first look you say. So you need to be humble.
Now, lastly on this segment.
Sorry,
Okay.
Well, before we go there, we need to say something. Having said all the time, say, is this my this is my Victor Osimhen, we love you.
No, we do, yes, we do.
Nah, man,
We do. We always
expect
support
you
him.
to change your path.
Represent the grassroots players well. That's my problem. I remember Balotelli then. I used to tell people, if Italy see a striker that is good enough, they will tell Balotelli that you are not part of us. And I remember they saw Graziano Pelle. Guy is not even as close to the standard of these Balotelli guys. But they sent him away when they saw. So I feel, well, hopefully.
Because, thank you.
Now, lastly, Morocco, there were a lot of issues that occurred before the final. But then we got to the final, and number one, I felt Senegal were very well prepared for what happened. The towel fight, the office. Ghanaians, they go forgive you. But I saw one Ghanaian podcast, and I felt, okay, maybe some of them also can tell the truth. Later on, maybe we are going to talk about the psychological effect of what happened to the national to the Super Eagles with how that Ghanaian guy officiated the match. Don't let us go there. Morocco, Senegal. Fast forward to that goal. Senegal scored a goal. To me, clear goal. The man did not even think twice. Hey, it's not a goal. You are not to score this time. This time is too, I remember one of the matches like that. It's too late. If I blow a goal for you now, you are going to win the game. Not knowing, you go forward. Morocco had a clear penalty. To me, clear penalty. Clear penalty. And I felt like the ref was trying to balance the game. In my own idea, because it was a clear penalty, and I did not feel he was communicating with anybody. He just wanted the game to continue. Then Diaz was like, nah. You must go and take the. He was sure of what happened to him. But he was the only one standing to demand for that penalty. They were even playing the game. He was, go and check the. And then he went penalty. Now, this is my question. Did Senegal did the right thing?
Sir, we have been with this thing.
We fought about it.
Just we fought.
We were even sending messages and asks. Send you that message. On this they standard to this. Sometimes you should not be, maybe we should be professional. So we should say, be.
Sir, honest. The only issue I had with the we think worse.
If they stayed, Morocco scored that penalty.
I don't care.
If they stayed,
I don't care.
The truth is, it is a bad thing. Like, it is a bad thing on our football for them leaving the peace. That's the protest.
What?
yeah,
They needed to just leave the field and stay beside. You don't have to go into the dressing room. Now, you know why I said this is bad on our football is because every time the Europeans always try to make us
Looks so bad.
look so small.
It's so small. Okay.
Like, so you cannot give them
Don't like Jamie Carragher
you cannot give them a chance
to keep talking.
to keep talking.
That's all.
Like that competition, the Morocco competition, this AFCON is actually one of the best. Like during the group stage, they were playing as I was watching that competition. I was
smiling like started adding
everything was going smoothly. Now, this event,
to the final cake. To the Nigerian match, they were still to well.
that was I you know when I said Morocco is not part of us, I don't know why you have the mentality that there's something like there's a voodoo kind of thing.
Actually, our coach is not in
That's why they say it's voodoo in Africa, but there will always be voodoo in Africa. There will always be voodoo in Africa. But I feel like Senegal should have gone into the dressing room. And I feel like when it comes to the psychological aspect of the game, I think what Senegal did actually changed the course. Saying they did not. We changed the course of the game. We changed the course of the game, and probably there's to me. This is what everybody. Some people were saying that he needs him. But no, yeah. This
say that they have lost that penalty.
Repeat. To be them. This he wanted to do was he wanted to humiliate them. He wanted to show them that this is because you know now you left the pitch now you went and then you were with through. So you were protesting based on he needed to shock them up. You understand?
And then Mendy don't die. Mendy don't die.
No, you can to me because we cannot say because one that cup. If they win that cup, that's the first time they needed it to be here. If Brian Diaz scored that goal, he will become the highest scorer of the company.
Was
Like they're like outright. You understand? And this same team, they were bronze medalists at the last World Cup. Or like the fourth. Like I think they went in the third place. That's the very big feat for African football. So for them, for you now to now say they lost on purpose.
Doesn't make
Folks, he was the what this yes. But I feel like the only thing I'm not in support of is is FIFA saying they want to sanction Senegal. They only need to ban the code. You cannot sanction Senegal. Because it's not different strategy. It is sanction the most. If you sanction Senegal, that is double standard. Because in 2023, Brazil versus Argentina, Messi led a protest 27 minutes. Argentina were off for 27 minutes.
And thank God you are a Messi fan.
Yes, 27 minutes. So if you cannot sanction Argentina, you cannot sanction Senegal. Okay. I will agree the fact that okay, maybe you're trying to, and then see, I'm a very, very controversial person. I like when I overthink. Like it helps me, it doubles my brain. This is what I think. I think this competition was actually tilted towards Morocco winning. I started at the beginning of the competition. This is Morocco's score. Because everything, when you look at it, everything now is being taken to Morocco. Good competition is good. And I will not be there. They are there to right. The truth is, CAF wanted Morocco to win it. And somebody went against their plan. They couldn't react. You understand?
Because the whole world
reaching them. And now they are paying, probably they had an agreement because I would not want to go into football politics. They had an agreement, and now the agreement, so they needed a scapegoat. They needed to make. What do they want to do with Senegal? They will not. If they sanction Senegal and take away their World Cup slots and give them 30. That is what I'm saying online. That's an option. I don't think that's an option. But they try it, and one African country decides to go to the World Cup. That is a shame. I don't think all of us.
Don't you okay, please. Do you think what but do you think they are enabling?
Yes, I feel like, see, what you are looking at this, you're not even looking at the bigger picture, because this thing, it will actually enable it will actually enable a lot of things. It will enable match fixing. Like, and majority, I am going to tell you that this will actually give the referees, it will turn them to demigods, because they can do and undo. And then see, whatever against the mobile, he saw what was he post at the top, because I'm going to tell you that in grassroots games, when we have issues like that, you will be hearing those referees say, "Hey, it's about it happen for every place now. It happen for all place. So why can't it happen here?" This kind of issues, if they sanction Senegal, it will give these people the power to sanction anybody that dare to speak against them.
Yes.
That dares to speak against them, because you cannot see. It don't happen. It don't happen.
See, because of our time, let's come to that agreement. What Senegal did was wrong. Senegal did was wrong. This still we must continue to do. Step is be fair. Officiating must be 50-50. Don't to officiate the game. Don't influence the game.
You think say bad officiating in African team?
No. These guys are not. See, these guys are not. Start. But yes, not be yes. Goes beyond being human. I think there are some deliberate things that affect. You shouldn't make this. Are you mad?
There's this my bros with always. There's this my bros with always talk something. Say every bad thing where you see for dictionary. Now white people stop. Don't talk good. That's enough.
To me, I felt Senegal winning the AFCON is the best that could happen to Africa in this AFCON. So, but what if Morocco had won? It will stain a lot of things, because I felt Morocco too should be sanctioned for what the officials were doing with our towers, and now I felt they must have.
I even get one funny thing why I say I saw somebody had to edit Moroccan flag.
It's not wrong.
So they have a lot of the ways to do that to clean up.
Okay. God bless you guys. We will see you in another one. It's just a start, and trust me, you'll be seeing us around very, 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 very much. God bless you, and thank you guys for coming. I believe we will continue to work very well. And with time, we'll be introducing ourselves even better. Many of our players will be involved. For this video, I say thank you to Six Fitters. I say thank you to Bamo, and many of my personal players that are here. I think Juan is here. Goes Abiodun. Let's put it that. So it's not as big as this. We have Femi here. We have Alarape here. One is not showing up. You're welcome, guys. So, see you in the next one. God bless you. Thank you. It has been Football Talk with AP, and we'll see you another time. God bless you.